Start the work week with some NBA Finals action on your radio as the Boston Celtics are in San Francisco to take on the Warriors in Game 5 of their series. Listen in Monday at 6 on ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM.
SportsCenter All Night continues with Jay Reynolds.
SportsCenter All Night presented by Progressive Insurance. It was a milestone day Sunday in New York for the New York Liberty.
Brady Ionescu will throw it in. Sammy Lipscomb going around the shoe screen. And a long heave by Ionescu. She hits it anyway.
Yes Network with the call. Ionescu, at the age of 24, becomes the youngest player in WNBA history to post multiple career triple-doubles. It came in a 2-point loss to the Chicago Sky, but Ionescu did also become the first player in WNBA history to have a triple-double in the first 3 quarters of a game. 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists is what she finished with for her second triple-double since joining the WNBA as the number 1 pick in 2020. She came out of Oregon, where she had an NCAA record 26 triple-doubles in her college career. Liberty loses, but Ionescu with the personal milestone. SportsCenter All Night, ESPN Radio. Another loss for Chicago on Sunday. Lost to the Rangers 8-6 for the White Sox. Chicago's starter didn't make it past 13 pitches.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. 3-2 now for Kopech, who stumbled off the mound just a little bit. And, oh, boy. Well, Michael Kopech might have done more than just stumble. He's walking around behind the mound right now. Training staff, Ethan Katz and Tony La Russa is going to come out and take a look at Michael Kopech here in the first.
Every indication is he's done.
He's climbing back on top of the hill, and we'll take a couple of warm-up tosses to see if everything's okay, and he can't even get in there. Oh, Michael just chucked the ball down onto the ground, and he'll leave in disgust.
Spiked it hard into the ground. ESPN 1000. Kopech left the game. After the game, he told reporters he felt a twinge, pinch, or pop, or whatever you want to call it. He said he'll take it day by day. His manager, Tony La Russa, said Kopech may be able to pitch in his next scheduled start next Sunday. Chicago currently has 7 players on the injured list. Rangers wind up winning the game in 12 innings. Rangers 4-3 now in extra inning games. White Sox are 3-5 in extra inning games. Sunday night baseball, Mets extend their lead over the Angels with an RBI single from Pete Alonso in the 7th. Alonso back at the plate in the 9th.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, swinging a high fly out to deep left field. Pete Alonso goes yard into the bullpen. His 18th home run of the year, and the Mets stretch the lead to 4-1 here in the 9th inning.
4-1 would be the final. Mets get the win, their 40th on the season. The game, of course, was here on ESPN Radio for Sunday Night Baseball. Mike Cousins and Doug Glanville had the call for us. Mike?
Jay, thank you. On a beautiful night in Southern California, it looked like we were going to be in a pitcher's duel perhaps early on, and it turned into the Mets single running their way into a 4-1 victory over the Los Angeles Angels as the Mets take 2 out of 3 in this series. They hit the 40-win mark on the season and the second fastest that it's ever been done in franchise history, behind only the 1986 World Series team. This start for Taijuan Walker for the Mets started off with a little bit of trouble, a run in the first, driven in by Mike Trout, but he settled in and over 6 innings, struck out 10.
They got contributions from all facets of their game, and this is what they've done all season long. You start with Walker, who adjusted after a tough first inning, 10 strikeouts, 6 innings. His splitter was working. He kept going back to it, and he set them up well to hand it off to Diaz, who really showcased when he is at his best how dominant he can be. Over 100 miles an hour, striking out Mike Trout. But on the offensive side, they showed their versatility as well. The home run ball played. They got their big hits when they needed it, but they also had big hits by Alonso. We carved the ball the other way. They beat the shift. They did the little things, and that's something they've done all season, the ability to what I call grab 90, get 90 feet in other ways besides hitting the ball over the fence. And so this is a team that can beat you with different weapons at different times, and they seem to know exactly when to implement them.
The Angels were not at full strength today. Mike Trout earlier this week had a sore groin. He was the DH. It was an off day for Shohei Ohtani. So as they take the loss and they fall to 29-33, while they're further back than they'd like in their division with an expanded wild card, even a 14-game losing streak behind them, this is a team that has the talent to compete, especially if they add pieces near the to the trade deadline.
Well, and their challenge similar. They've had some injuries, and they need guys to get back healthy, but they're also in turmoil. It's just natural. They fire their manager, Joe Madden, and all of a sudden now Phil Nevin has to be on the fly to step in. That is a tall order, especially a team that lost 14 in a row. So they have their hands full on just getting their culture set. But they believe that they have the pieces, and there's a lot of good ones. I'd like to see more on the starting rotation side. But overall, they're a team that should compete, especially when two of the best players literally on earth
who have ever lived in Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. Final score at Angel Stadium is the Mets 4 and the Angels 1. So for Doug Landville, I'm Mike Cousins, right here on your home for the Saturday game of the week, Sunday Night Baseball, and every game of the postseason, Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Let's send it back to Jay Reynolds in the studio.
Mets finishing their 10-game Southern California road trip, 5-5. SportsCenter all night, ESPN Radio. Orioles may be last in their division, but
The 1-1. A swing and a fly ball deep center. Taylor moving back on the track at the wall. Back to back. Odor straight over the 410 marker in center field. And it's a long ball Sunday for the Orioles. They have hit 3 of them. An inning plus into this game and lead 3-0.
WBAL, the Orioles go on to a 10-7 win over the Royals. 3 or more home runs for Baltimore for the 7th time this season. 6 have come in the last 16 games. Orioles with the 10-7 win over Kansas City on Sunday. The counterintuitive defensive moves in the NBA Finals. That's next. It's ESPN Radio.
Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Steph Curry has a chance to retire with one of the great resumes in the history of the sport with no exceptions.
Greeny, weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN Plus.